Worked. Well, good day, everybody. This is Michael Winiger with Asante Organics. And today, well, we're very, very programmed. So today, you are going to hear about something very special. And that is the world's largest USDA certified organic superstore, right? In the world, Asante Organics. And you know what? I'm going to start out a little bit differently tonight because I'm going to ask Tammy to come on. And if she's available. I know she's watching. Oh, I hope she's available. There. Can you hear me, Tammy?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're gorgeous. Absolutely great. Awesome.
Been
Tammy,
through a day of heck.
if you were going to tell the crowd about Asante Organics, let them know, what would you say?
Well, good evening, everybody. I am Tammy McLaughlin, and this company has truly changed my life in so many ways. First of all, just by starting off on the products are absolutely amazing. I've been with other health companies in the past and also learned that, many companies say that they're clean, say that they're organic, and then come to find out that they're not. So, you have to be really careful about what you're putting in and on your body. So I've learned so much from Michael and Dr. JJ and Daniel, and the leadership of this company is like none other. I'm actually a office manager, a practice administrator for Duke University Health Systems. And the leadership of this company, I'm telling you, I've been with Duke for about 25 years now, and I have been so incredibly impressed with the leadership from this company and the trainings that are offered. Just plugging in with phone calls, I can call them, text them, they answer right away, pretty much. I mean, if not very close, very soon after. But the products have, given me so much. They've given me my life back. I got metabolic acidosis a couple years ago and met Michael. We got on the alkalizing protocol. We have the strongest alkalizing products in the world. So the protocol is amazing. You definitely want to check out if you're alkaline or not, because I had so many issues going on and now I don't. And I feel so much better than I've ever felt my entire life. So that being said, the other part of this company, not just the products, but the compensation plan is amazing. We have something called an endless team bonus, where if you can get people on your left and your right, you can actually do check matching. And there's options to do retail where you can get 30% off. I mean, you can make. I'm sorry, I'm exhausted today, guys. You can make 30% off of the retail products, so you can actually come in here even as low as $29.95. Let's just say you come in at $29.95, you become an affiliate, and you just put your website out there on the internet and not telling anybody anything. Let's just say somebody decides to order from your website. Guess what? Like you're going to get 30% off of that sale by doing nothing but putting your website out there. So that's at bare minimum. Now, I again have a full-time job, so I'm doing things in between work and, when I take my lunch break. So this job is incredibly manageable. When I say it's manageable, like you can just take little pockets of your day, and just little bit of time, throw a video out there, make some phone calls, make some good connections. You got to work hard at it. You do, but it's very, very easy to do, and you can make a lot of money and great residual income. So, Michael, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Thank you very much. Yes. Well, I did hear from somebody in the field, right? And when I did talk to Tammy, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to point out anything to on somebody who's on the call, and not Tammy, but same thing happened with Tammy. I got to tell you something. Today I spoke to a wonderful lady, and what do you like about the company? And they say all these things, and then they use the word, well, you know what? We don't have any toxicity. We're toxic. We don't have we're toxic. We're toxic free because we have the Toxic Free Foundation certification. But they use that word, and then we find out that, okay, let's look. Let's look. That's what I did with Tammy. Tammy told me the same thing. Oh, because we're all plant-based and we're clean and we don't have any toxicity. And then I said, all right, let's look at something. And guess what Tammy found out? Formaldehyde, antifreeze. all these different things. And companies like to distract people so they don't read the labels. They're just talking and everything else, and I get it. And in this situation, well, we're a little bit different. Why? Because you're going to hear about a company that is the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world. And not only that, it has a nutritional line that was has products in it that was nominated for a Nobel Prize in gut health. It's got a personal care and home care line that's achieved 21 international Green Peace Awards for every single year that we have been in business. We have a recognition from the NBC network for having the strongest alkalizing products in the world. Learn how to alkalize. It's so important. Create that environment inside of you. And I showed somebody this right just before this before we did this Zoom, and I said I have to get off, jump on a Zoom. I was showing them how to get your body alkaline and test it with these strips. And I tested myself to show her that I keep myself above 7.4 at all times. That's an environment where no dis-ease, no illness, no virus, no sickness, no that bad word, right? That can't exist. Not even fat can live in an alkaline environment. But you got to do this a certain way for it to actually work. And we teach you that. And we help you. And it's about being in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. The world's going green with or without us. I can guarantee you in 2026, based on what you're seeing, get that out, get the red dye out, take that out, do all that. But they're not telling you where to go to get those products they don't know we exist. But I'm going to tell you what, we're getting right after this, I'm doing a podcast with 60,000 viewers. 60,000 people are going to know in a split second that this exists now, where you can get everything, and you can see it with the solar going up and electric cars and green sustainable housing. But you don't live there, you live in here. So it's learning how to create a blue zone inside of yourself, because the life expectancy of anybody that lives in one of the 5 blue zones in the world is 98. And they're interviewing these people at 104 and 112. And they're jumping off of horses and they look like they're about in their 60s and they aren't shaken. And they're living a good quality, long life full of energy and sleeping unbelievably without pain. That's what life should be like. That's what we teach. Tuesdays, we do this so you can bring people to see what the company's all about. And on Thursdays, always a product training. This Thursday is going to be with Dr. JJ. He's the president of our company. And I'm going to let him jump in here, talk a little bit about the products too, tell you a little bit about the compensation plan, as this is the business side tonight. And then we're going to hear a little bit about timing. Don't miss what Daniel's going to tell you. So with that, I want to introduce our president, Dr. JJ Levine.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you in advance for joining us this Thursday. My call will be 14 minutes on one product, but it is one powerful product, all certified organic ingredients that helps with anxiety, PTSD, stress, insomnia, depression. You know anybody who fits into those categories? Please invite them. It'll be 14 minutes or less. Always our intention to record these calls, but sometimes technology does get in the way. So please invite them live as best. So what is our company, Asante Organics? We are helping the most important thing get better, function optimally, and that is your body. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, what do you have? Health, optimal health is really true wealth. We've got over 100 and something products, something for everyone. But what's more important is we have products in categories that you're already using, that everybody you know is already using. Daniel's going to really drive this home, but this is something that you have to know if you're looking at this as a business, and I know most of you are. You don't have to convince people to brush their teeth, wash their body, wash their hair, wash their clothes, have a clean house, etc., etc. Because if they don't do that, they're not going to have friends. Well, we've got those products. We've got products that your friends are already purchasing, but the difference with our products are they're 100% toxic free and made from certified organic ingredients. And the best part is they are guaranteed to work as well or better than the products you're currently using. So you've got nothing to lose. And really, what happens in the majority of the time, 99.99999, chasing those 9% of times, people try our products, they fall in love with them. That's it. It's game over. They do not go back to the toxic stuff. Because if given a choice to have toxic-free products that are guaranteed to work as well or better than the toxic stuff, what are you going to choose? Of course, a reasonable person is always going to go with the toxic-free and organic stuff. So we've got products for your baby, your home, your body. We've got organic essential oils, nutrition products, products to help you lose weight, increase performance, certified organic essential oils. Yeah, you've probably heard of other essential oil companies, but they're not certified organic. Oh, you think they are? The people told you they were? Well, show me that USDA organic symbol. Good luck finding it. You're not going to find it. We have it. So we have multiple differentiating factors that make our products the best of the best, backed by science. And when I do my call on Thursday, whenever I do my calls, I always back it up with modern science. Now, that being said, let's talk about pay. Because if you're looking for a home-based business, and I assume the guests that are here today are, they're interested in having a healthy body, but they also want to have a healthy bank account. We want to pay you. And the great news is you don't have to convince anybody. You don't have to sell anybody anything. You just have to direct them to a toxic-free alternative that's guaranteed to work and function better than what they're already using. And we're going to do the heavy lifting. You don't have to formulate the products. We've spent the millions on millions upon dollars to fill up a warehouse with this catalog. You don't have to build a person's credit card. We'll do that for you. You don't have to ship the products. We do that for you. We deliver it right to their doorstep with FedEx or USPS. And all you have to do is get them to your website. Once they start ordering, you get paid. Now, you've got 6 different ways to get paid. And the great thing is you don't have to choose one of those 6. You could be eligible for all 6 of those. But I only want to talk about 2 of them. And Tammy did a great job kind of warming you up to some of the 2 things that I'm going to talk about today. 2 of the 6 ways are based on a concept called residual income or passive income, which is defined as doing a job one time and getting paid for that activity that you did one time over and over and over and over again. Well, if you're a famous author and you wrote a book, well, guess what? You did the work one time, you wrote the book, but every time somebody buys that book or downloads it electronically on Kindle or whatever, you're getting paid. Maybe you wrote a hit movie. You did the work one time, but every time somebody watches that movie, you're getting paid. Maybe you're a talented musician and you're winning the recording studio and you recorded a hit song. Well, anytime it's played on the radio or downloaded or somebody buys your music, you're getting paid. Well, that's residual income. Well, if you're like me, you might not be a talented musician or author, but I can offer you a way to get massive, passive, mailbox residual income week after week after week. And one of the ways I'm going to offer you that is something called our Endless Team Bonus. And as Tammy eloquently shared, you only have to manage 2 teams, a right team and a left team. That's it. Now, I've worn the distributor shoes before in former companies, and I had to balance 5 teams, 10 teams, and in the most radical case, 15 teams. And it was difficult. Here's only 2 teams, a left team and a right team. You build your leg down your left side and your right side. And you're going to have people that are ordering. Some people are going to be ordering essential oils. Some people are going to be ordering organic health products. Some people are going to be ordering our USDA bio-based toothpaste because it's so good. They're going to get great dental checkups. And I can go on. And some people are going to order all these combinations. We've got something for everyone. And here's the secret. I want you to listen up to this. No matter which one of those products they choose, they're consumable products. And what happens with consumable products? Whether they're ours or the ones you buy in the store, the ones you buy on Amazon, what's the trick about consumable products? They run out. And if people love the products, what happens? They instinctively, organically buy more. So when you've done the job one time and you've turned somebody on to toxic-free and organic living with Asante Organics guaranteed products, and they start getting great checkups and dental checkups and just feel great, they're going to just keep buying the products month after month after month as the products run low. And you get paid. And the Endless Team Bonus, you're going to have a left team and a right team. It's going to comprise of people that you brought into the team that are customers, people you brought into the team that want to earn a a weekly check like you, and then their people's people and their people's people, and so on and so forth. And unlike other home-based businesses, we don't cap you off at 3 levels, 6 levels, 10 levels. The endless team bonus is written that way because it's very descriptive. We pay you to endless levels of depth. 10% of all that volume, week after week, and this is a weekly check, you can get paid on. Extraordinary. No caps, no limits, no small print, no hoops, gotchas, gimmies. So you might get started today and you might put one person on your left and one person on your right. And maybe your first weekly check is $10. I know you're not ready to retire on $10, but you've got to think like a chess player, not a checkers player. You're thinking moves ahead. You're being part of the next $1 trillion industry around commodities, daily habitual commodities people are going to use every day. And as they order and reorder and tell people to order and reorder, who tell others, who tell others, who tell orders to order and reorder, you're getting a piece of every bit of that. So extraordinary. So my first suggestion, if you want to be successful with the Endless Team Bonus, is to become a product of the product. If you're the CEO or president or one of the corporate people or employees even of Colgate, you're not going to be brushing your teeth with Crest, right? So use the products, fall in love with the products, create your own story with the product, a real authentic story like Tammy. These are life-changing products that you're going to love. You're never going to want to go back to the toxic stuff again. And that's the Endless Team Bonus. And then last but not least, I do want to take a quick second and talk about the 100% check matching bonus. That Endless Team Bonus that I just spoke about, that 10% bonus, every single person that you bring to your website that starts getting an Endless Team Bonus, well, you can match their Endless Team Bonus up to 100%. We're not going to take anything away from them. They earned it. But because you brought them to the table, because you've supported them, you've stuck side by side with them, got their questions answered, you can match their check 100%. So just think about this. I don't want to give you some pie in the sky numbers. I mean, we've heard about the people in Mary Kay that get the pink Cadillacs and the people that earn 6 figures a month in this industry. But let's just say you've enrolled 4 people. You can enroll 40, 400, 4,000, 4 million. Keep enrolling people, but 4 people. And cumulatively, those 4 people are earning on a weekly basis $1,000 a week in their Endless Team Bonus. Well, if you're a platinum in our company, you can be a platinum with as little as 4 people. You're getting $1,000 check match. So that should keep you up at night. If you have any money motivation, if you're entrepreneurial, if you're looking for a home-based gig, a side gig, which can really replace your A gig, this is it. So I'm going to turn it back to our founder and CEO, Michael Weniger. Thank you, everybody.
And as JJ said, if those 4 people were just earning $1,000, $250 a week, you're making an extra $4,000 in a month just off those matching checks. But hey, I want you to hear from somebody that's been in our company and it's helping a lot of people. But you got to hear this story. And I want you to hear about when he started alkalizing. So I'm going to turn this over to John, and then we'll turn it over to Dan. So John, take a couple minutes here.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, quick testimonial on me. So I've been in the healthcare space for quite a long time, probably about 25 years. I met Michael many, many years ago and got started with the products, but I had an opportunity come my way that I couldn't ignore. It was in a new burgeoning space, cannabinoids, and I ended up kind of diverting from Asante into this business model, which I ended up catalyzing, which served me very well for about 8 years, and then I sold that company. One of my first experiences was when I was a bodybuilder and learning about alkalinity and acidity and how it affects every cell in the body. And you tend to fall away from it every now and then. You do it for a while and then you fall off and then you think, hey, I'm not feeling so good. Oh, maybe I should check my pH. And when you do, you realize pretty much every food you're going to eat in a box, which we all know is going to create acid. So I'm a pretty healthy guy. I'm 63 years old, been an athlete my whole life, lots of broken bones, lots of concussions, lots of pain, lots of inflammation. It is vital for me to stay on organic, natural, clean products, and I'm very good at it. What I love about the company is I've got a lot of knowledge in this industry, and the more I kept drilling down on Michael's products, the more I realized it's the real deal. Probably about 4, maybe 3 months ago or so, I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. I saw Michael out and about at a restaurant, and I said, hey, I need to reorder. Got the pH strips, started back on the pH drops and the greens only. I'm like, all right, I eat pretty well, but I'm going to stick to the greens and I'm going to stick to the pH drops. And my wife and I, we go out 5, 6 nights a week, and we like to have maybe one cocktail or a beer. And I'll tell you what, as soon as I started checking my pH again every other day, I realized that when I wasn't taking the greens and the pH drops, my alkalinity was low. I was at the 5.5, 5.8 range. And as soon as I got back on the drops and the greens, it just skyrocketed right back up to 7.6, 7.8. And it's been hanging there very consistently for literally the last month. So, it's a testimonial that I use, works for me. And as JJ said, if I can help anybody with any type of testimonial, I've got a lot of them for these particular products. When I had my CBD company, I created a CBD toothpaste, which wasn't very dissimilar from what Michael created at his company. It just had CBD in it, bentonite clay, peroxide, baking soda, all the good stuff. And that product is also a very good non-toxic product. So I'm a user. I believe in it. And I'm really starting to get back into creating my business. I kind of semi-retired when I sold my other companies, so the timing was perfect for me. And obviously, with the new administration, like them or hate them, the fact is that they're helping to share the importance right now of clean organic living and the toxins that are everywhere. And so ultimately, I want to thank Michael for giving me the opportunity to get back involved and be more of an integral part of the daily activities. And the more information I can share, the more educational videos I can do, the happier I am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And let's move over and let's talk to my brother, Daniel, and let's talk a little bit about where you are, because we're looking at a industry of daily habitual commodities. We're looking at the organic market, and we have a friend that does analytics for all the biggest companies, whether it's when it was Apple and Google and Microsoft and Yahoo and this and everything that you can imagine, and they weren't wrong. And now they just got done with their studies about this organic space. In the organic space, right now, worldwide, $7 trillion globally is being spent. But because of where the baby boomers are with their ages, and then the Gen Xers coming into that bracket, in 3 years, they believe this is going to be a 30 trillion with a T, $trillion space. And guess what? Right as we sit, we're the only people that are penetrating that space right now. Can you imagine what you could get from being in the right place at the right time? And Daniel will tell you more about that.
Thank you, Michael. So I often tell people that Asante Organics truly offers a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity. And people will say, Daniel, that's a pretty bold statement to make. I said, well, let me back it up. The world is going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Because once the world has gone green, all the people that are going to create wealth and become millionaires from it have been made. It's too late. Now, right now, as I speak, only 9%, approximately 9% of the world is green, meaning they're educated like some people on this call, and they won't use products with chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. Now, the only reason, let's take a step back, and that's a beautiful thing from a business standpoint, not a good thing for 91% of the people using products from Walgreens, the grocery store, with hundreds of chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. Because again, you don't want to get involved in the green movement when 90% of the world is green. You want to get in now, early in the beginning. I always tell people, if you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're a wealthy individual. And that's what we offer here. So only 9% of the world's green. They're projecting 7-8 years down the road, give or take, that 9% is going to be 95%. Too late to capitalize off the green movement then. Timing and positioning are crucial. So the only reason 91% of the world aren't using these products is it's not because they're stupid people or ignorant people. These are electricians, these are CPAs, these are engineers. They just don't know. They assume that the products they're buying off the store shelves and from the salons and the pharmacies are safe. And when I share some education with them, well, come on, Daniel, our government wouldn't allow that. I go, what are you talking about? They go, well, the FDA. I go, well, let me tell you about the FDA. It's a Food and Drug Administration. They regulate food and drug, and they do a terrible job at that. But here's the truth. In 1936, our government granted self-regulation to the personal care industry. As crazy as this sounds, nobody regulates your personal care products. They can use any chemicals they want, and believe me, they do, because they're making a bottle of product for some of them less than $1 and then selling it in pharmacies and grocery stores for $13, $15, $20. Because it's not about you and your loved one's health, it's about profit and greed at the cost of you and your loved one's health. So I want to talk about paradigm shifts for a moment because I think it's very important relating to the business opportunity that we offer. A paradigm shift is just a fancy way of saying a product or device once brought to market, 8, 10 years down the road, it's a way of life. They're very, very rare. Most human beings will only experience 1 to max 2 paradigm shifts in a lifetime. Now, the last one anyone could have got involved with was back in 1982. Okay, Mr. Jobs creates the computer, Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet is born. Now, if you were first online in the 80s selling anything, from baseball caps to wristwatches to picture frames, I don't care, you name it, you are a multi-millionaire today. I tell people, go online, open your website selling whatever you like, and see if you become a multi-millionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none. And why is that? Well, there's already hundreds, if not thousands globally, websites selling what you're trying to sell. Unless you're an inventor and you create a product that doesn't exist, you may have something there. Okay. So the power of a paradigm shift. 18 years old, when I was 18 years old, 40 some years ago, a $400 investment in Microsoft would now yield you $39 to $40 million. Let me tell you something. I could have scratched up $400 at 18 if I'd have known that this creature right here that I'm on this laptop was going to be a way of life, because it is. Every single business in the world uses them. Typewriters don't exist anymore. I took typing class when I was in high school. Okay. I don't know one company in the world still using a typewriter. This computer, this creature right here is a way of life. Now, here's the exciting thing. You have Forbes magazine and business journals around the world calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. What are you trying to tell me, Daniel? That everyone's going to be using organic products? I'm going to say, well, that's pretty much exactly what I'm telling you. Because it's just a lack of education. That's why 91% of the world is not green. They just don't know. They haven't spoke to me, my brother, one of you on here. And they just assume that because they're in the stores and in the pharmacies and in the salons that they're safe. And nothing could be further from the truth. So woulda, coulda, shoulda. We missed out on the last paradigm shift, and they're very rare. But you're sitting in the next paradigm shift. This is going to be a way of life. Once you watch how simple the business is. It's as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in your home, in your shower, on your countertops, with hundreds of chemicals, not 2 or 3, hundreds, linked not to skin or eye irritation, but serious disease and illness, from liver and kidney problems to Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, reproductive problems in females. I can go on and on. And now here's B. Those same exact products, 100% chemical free, organic, and made with ingredients that are proven to nourish and heal the body. What do you want to use on you and your family? I never had one person say, oh, Daniel, the ones with all the chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. No. So what a beautiful business, because let's face it, in our industry, there's a lot of companies with shiny pennies out there. And what I mean by that is you got all these magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches. First of all, you have to be a pretty good salesperson to get me to try your patch that if I stick on me, I'm going to feel like I'm 20 again, or get rid of my back pain or my knee pain, or your magic, lotion or potion that's, going to make me look so many years younger. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, right? Where you have to be a hustler, for lack of better terms, or a pretty good salesperson just to get me to try it. Now, if you want true residual income, I need to stay on that product for the rest of my life. And those chances, again, I think are pretty slim. But what are the chances of people taking a shower every day? Very high. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. I think 8 billion plus people in the world. Doesn't matter if you make 10 grand a year, 10 million a year, anything in between. 9 out of 10 people wake up every single day and they do this. They stretch and they yawn and they get in the shower and they flip it on and they do their thing. Shower gel, shampoo the hair, condition it, get out, they dry off, they put their lotion on, go to the sink, they brush their teeth, put their deodorant on. Men go to work, women put their makeup on, they go to work, you come home, you wash your hands, wash your face, should moisturize your face, brush your teeth, go to bed, and you get up and you do it all over again every single day. Ancillary products. Another fancy word for saying products people use every single day without thinking about it. These are staples in people's homes, not luxury products. Now, we're much more than a personal care products, Santé Organics. We have incredible nutritional line, weight loss shakes that blow all the others out of the water, whole essential oils division. But in my eyes, an essential oil weight loss shake, it's kind of a luxury product. If I want to try to lose weight and can't do it on my own, I can buy this, or essential oils for my diffuser. But staples, everyone takes a shower. Nobody thinks about buying shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, toothpaste, deodorant. They get low, they just buy it. Now, once they're educated and know what we know, they're not using what's in their house anymore. Before, it was a hassle, it was hard. You had to go here to get this, and here to get your shampoo, and over here to get your chemical-free, toothpaste. And now you have a one-stop shop where people can watch. No selling here. Zero selling. What we do is we educate people on the products that they're buying every single month and using every single day. And once they know what we know, they're not using what's in their showers and on their countertops anymore. 9 out of 10. So what a cool business where you don't have to go out there and try to hustle people or be a good salesperson and try to sell something and get something to try. And again, the true residual income comes, because I've been in this industry 43, 44 years. I hate to say it, but I have been since I was 18. Okay? And all my friends that make the big checks, the 6 figures, not a year, a month, have ancillary products, personal care basically, because it doesn't matter rich, poor, where you live in the world, you're taking a shower. So the world is going green with or without you. You have 2 choices. You can sit back and watch it go green, or you can truly make a lot of green from it going green. And the last thing I'm going to touch on, and I think I covered all bases, and I try to keep it simple because it is simple. People complicate their business, is timing and positioning. They are crucial in any business when creating wealth. Timing is everyone that's in this Zoom right now getting involved early in the beginning in the next paradigm shift in life, which is the green movement with the largest USDA certified organic company in the world. And positioning is, like I said before, with a company that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. So what a way to start the new year off. With a home-based business where you don't have to be a salesperson or a hustler, just simply educate people, spend 10 minutes with them. We got some videos you can share with them that does all the work for you, so you don't have to know anything really. And once they watch those videos, they're going to come back to you and say, wow, Daniel, you weren't joking. I just thought you were trying to sell me some of your products. But one last thing I'm going to end with. I always tell people, and you can do this with any of your products, but I say, grab the lotion you use on you and your family. Turn around to the ingredients index. Start from the bottom, work your way up to put the worst crap at the bottom. And Google one at a time. And they're this long, like 16 characters. You can't even pronounce them. Type the first one in. Cancer. Oh boy. The second one in. Organ toxicity. Liver and kidney problems. Oh. Text the next one in. Neurotoxicity. Alzheimer's, dementia. The next one. reproductive problems in females. The next one, cancer. I swear to God, you won't make it past 6, 7, 8 ingredients. That thing will be hitting the garbage can. I'll never put that on me or my loved ones again because the skin is the largest organ of the body. And we were taught our whole lives, you are what you eat, you are what you eat, and you are. But what I teach people all day long is you are what you absorb. Whatever you put onto your skin enters the bloodstream in approximately 26 seconds and all your internal organs in 8 minutes. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if you're putting parabens, phenoxyethanols, butylene glycols, PEGs, chemicals proven to cause cancer into the body on a daily basis and other disease and illness like dementia, Alzheimer's, I can go on and on. In time, you do that for 20, 30, 40, 50 years every day, good chance you're getting something. Because 50% of all cancers can be avoided by what you put in you, to what you eat, and 46 by what you put on you. Add the two together. You only have a 4% chance of getting cancer, which is running rampant in the world, if you don't put chemicals into your body. So I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I'm always here to help. Dr. JJ and Michael were very accessible. I set Tuesdays and Thursdays aside just for the field. So if you want to do a 3-way call with a new prospect, if you're not quite comfortable yet, I'm there for you. If you want to do a training on alkalizing for your team, I'm there for you. Whatever I can do to help you with your business, my extension's 103. Just call the office and I'd be happy to help you. So thank you again for being on the Zoom.
So guys, let me just recap. What? Getting paid to shop and earning cash back on all your online purchases and converting what you're already spending and buying into earnings. That's huge, right? But here's the big here's what you leave with today. Once you know, and you can't pretend you don't know. I sat with somebody today who went over their things, and guess what? Formaldehyde, right? Once you know, you know. How can you use that anymore? I couldn't. And while Daniel was speaking, I had a lady just call me up. Her name is Janet Ehlers. Sure, a couple people in here know her. And she was like, oh my gosh, I got to tell you what happened. So her friend had, let's not say that word. You know what that word is. And they took one of her kidneys out. That's where it was. Okay. So she got onto the products and started alkalizing. Today, she's on her second order. But today, she had to go back for all her numbers and her checkup and everything like that. And she said the doctor turned around and looked at her and said, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? Your numbers are fantastic. They're great. It's unbelievable. She says, I just pulled over my car and started crying because I'm only working on her second order. And that's how fast this stuff can work. Truly, truly, truly can. So with that being said, I want to thank you for being here. Get with whoever brought you to the event. And what can I tell you? That you got a really good situation here because you got a good, sustainable company with a tiny database, a lot of customers, but you could, it's unbelievable what can be done. So reach out to the person that got you onto this. And with that being said, Thursday is going to be a call. On Tuesdays, we do these opportunities, the Zooms, and on Thursdays, we do a product training call. And this week, it's going to be with Dr. JJ. And Dr. JJ, do you want to pop on real quick and tell them what you're going to be talking about and turn it back over to me?
Thank you, Michael. This certified product that I'm going to be certified organic product, excuse me, that I'm going to be talking about on this Thursday, the presentation will be 14 minutes or less, is I'm going to share the scientific information, let's just say that proves that the organic ingredients in this product have been shown to help with sadness, PTSD, anxiety, depression, insomnia. And this is a nice, simple, organic, easy answer for you that you can have right in your pocket without all the side effects that the drugs used for those conditions cause. So if you know somebody, if you're a person that has any of those things, you owe it to yourself and owe it to your people that you know to be on that call. I promise I won't waste your time. Thank you, Michael.
All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for being on this call. It's very humbling for us And we're very grateful and we're thankful. So with that being said, God bless you. God bless your families and the Lord's blessings on your evening. And you'll see us again on more broadcasts. Take care, everybody. Good night.